I gotta see if I can get in at that hotel in Fort Lee, the one on base. Less traffic getting on base, and I'd feel more secure because like the surrounding area of Fort Lee is kind of shitty. Facts. Tomorrow? 8. I got standby. Wow, what's up?
It's pouring in the morning out
Alright, I love you.
Shooting is official. We talked about snipers. Now we have to talk about infantry stuff.
Shit. My bad.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone come down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Moore, the man in motion. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum. Big play, right in his hands. Unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. He's going to go for a big play downfield. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Chargers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
What?
Well, this defense for the Giants,
right.
They were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. Franks now. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. The Chargers at 5-10 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Now Franks. It's incomplete.
Go for the pick, Tyler. Fuck.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The Franks looking to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't say that because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything.
What up, Des?
I can do better between these defenses. A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Charger drive about to get going as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Second down, Franks. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they got themselves a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 1st and 10, Franks. That is taken in by Hurst. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Franks. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Kramer. Great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10.
Oh, come on, that's interference.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Wilson. And he'll just get rid of it. Rocky start throwing the football, and he's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
Eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
And he won't throw the fucking ball.
And he goes down. Leonard Williams, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Aaron Siposs out now to punt on 4th down. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Let's take it inside his own 40. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Franks now on 2nd down. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. 7-7, our score after 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Franks. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Giants are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Tell her to come inside. Tell her to come inside. Okay, fine.
He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And this will be a Giants first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles about the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On first down, right back to Gibson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And he still is yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Giants. Calvin Ridley, 45 yards. And the Giants have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Charger drive about to get going. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because of the great work.
Come on.
Complete. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, here's Franks. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Franks steps away to his left.
What the?
Same target as Jacobs.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. That's a pick.
At the 15-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick.
And it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Giants are going to get the football back at their own 17. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throw.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Oh, come on. There's no way in hell they bumped him nonstop.
Possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to him.
He's got a man, complete. Chargers going to use their 3rd and
Ain't no way he should be burning me.
as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Franks. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Throwing again, Franks on 2nd and 10. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. An extra point up and good from Santoso. That is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Let's go now.
On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times. Play action. It's Wilson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. In the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Giants. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Charger drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, an interception's the result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Seven Pirates!
Back to throw. Franks. That's the tight end, Hurst with it. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they dropped.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. It's Franks now from the shotgun. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 54 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they're trying to do better here.
Why is my alignment
points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. He finds his man complete. It's Kramer. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Why the fuck did my lineman jump up to be a linebacker?
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Franks. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Franks. And now here is another interception. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 64 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go again with Gibson. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
All right.
25 yards that time. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Damian Harris with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th.
Ryder, your sister inside?
And that'll increase their lead
Okay.
to 28.
Did you take a bath already?
Kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their route.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's another carry for Harris. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Gibson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Hey, you.
Well,
Go take a shower.
really sure that they're going to need those 3
RB2,
points.
Goofy. You have fun riding your bike?
Take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this
What,
one's
Ryder?
already wrapped up, but you and I both know.
Play what?
Offensive coordinator, you never let up.
Well, you can play tonight if you want. A little bit. After Sam takes a shower.
Off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even with such a
Oh, somebody let Lily out.
the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now his 2nd down throw. Here's Franks. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Bradley Chubb. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
You almost got it.
Their defense did not wake
Huh?
up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be
Sure,
some
I'll
major
eat popcorn.
changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time
Huh? We finished this. You're not getting another snack, bud. You wanted this is your snack. This is your snack. You're not going to waste food like that, bud. No, I don't want it.
The Charger drive
I don't want all of it.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Oh, come on. That's a pick.
And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Franks, third down from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Kramer. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Ready?
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. And the Giants come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Giants, they get back to 500 at 8-8 with 1 game remaining.